Hey everyone, I'm your host Stephanie. Today we're going to talk about the art of the interview. The beauty of the interview is how easy and natural they seem. During most interviews, the interviewer eloquently asks questions and the interviewee answers them naturally. Well, that's how it seems anyways. What viewers might not realize is just how much work goes into making an interview look so easy. That's why we're going to look at what interviewers and guests do to make their interviews look so natural and so good.
About 15 seconds. Stand by on 12. 3, 2, 1. Music, mic, yours.
Let's start by asking ourselves, what makes a great interview? It's a good question, and we can begin to answer it by observing those that conduct great interviews in front of and behind the camera. We need to watch and learn from them to find out what they do to keep it interesting. One thing that interviewers have taught us is that we have to practice and prepare as much as possible. The more you've prepared in front of the camera, the more natural you'll be when the moment comes. Even if you're a naturally gifted conversationalist, there's always room for improvement. And that means that practice is essential. And aside from preparing for an interview by practicing your conversation and camera skills, you should also research your topic or subject before the interview to make sure that you're asking good and relevant questions. That may not be something that is immediately obvious while watching a good interview, but it is definitely something we can infer from the caliber of questions and knowledge of the topic or subject of the interviewer. And trust me, your interviewee will notice and appreciate it if you've done the work to prepare. That's why the more you practice and prepare for the specific interview at hand, the better your interview will be. Another thing that we've learned from watching great interviewers is to stay calm. To perform naturally in front of the camera, you have to be comfortable in front of the camera. Take a deep breath and calm your nerves. Nervousness is a big impediment to a good interview. The more nervous you are, the harder your performance will be. The best interviewers stay cool, calm, and collected in front of the camera and in front of a subject that may be intimidating. While conducting an interview, you also have to remember to be yourself. You shouldn't be imitating anyone, acting, or becoming a different person while you're interviewing. You can't fake it. You have to be yourself. You should be the same person on camera that you are off camera. Viewers can tell if you're acting like someone you aren't. Be professional, but try to talk to the person that you're interviewing as if you're talking to a colleague in your day-to-day life. Just be yourself and be conversational. If you feel like you need to improve, you can always listen and watch yourself. Your interviews are going to be recorded. You can always go back to those previously recorded interviews and listen to your voice and watch what you're doing. You can use your past interviews as a template for improvement. Likewise, you can pick out a book or an article and record yourself reading it. If you don't like what you see or what you hear, you can always identify what you don't like and try to get better at it. It's not about analyzing your own actions or your own voice. It's about liking what you see and hear. I think the last bit of advice that I can give you is to take your mistakes on the chin. We're human and we make mistakes. Just because you've made a mistake doesn't mean it's the end of the world. The best interviewers make mistakes, live, on the air, all the time. They acknowledge that mistake in a professional manner and move on. Don't stop the interview or get stressed out just because you feel embarrassed. Take it on the chin and keep those cameras rolling. The art of the interview is making it seem easy. In reality, interviews are hard. Interviewers can get nervous, they can make mistakes, and they can get stuck. The key is practice and preparation, staying calm and being yourself. If you do your research, stay genuine, stay collected, and keep it moving when you've made a mistake, you'll be a professional interviewer in no time. Think up some good questions and show us your interviewing talent.